and people feeling a little bit better. That is right. As you sit there and you check out the description, I am, of course, the Golden One. Ricky Gorman. This right here is a channel that is simply breathtaking. It's a people's wrestling channel, and this, once again, is that is right, another movie review. This time it is Disenchanted movie review. Once again, that description, check it out. Once again, I'm feeling quite a lot better today, so I should be going to do this no problem. A good family movie here. Highly recommend it. You could even say this is a Christmas movie, not about Christmas, but certainly sit down and watch it as a family. You know, grab some snacks, all snuggle together, grab some drinks, and certainly, without a doubt, put on one of your Ricky Gorman t-shirts to show support, to show that you stand with the Golden One. And there's only one way you can do that, because the days are counting down. It's just over. 2 weeks to the big day. 2 weeks to Christmas Day. And under your tree, the only present that you need, the only present that you should have are my t-shirts on Pro Wrestling Tees Goldman's. That again, Pro Wrestling Tees Goldman's. And this is a place you can get them. And after this, I'll break down the movie, what it's about. So here is where it's at. So there it is, Pro Wrestling Tees Goldman's. All 5 designs, there's no excuses. I don't want any excuses. You buy all 5 designs. So this movie starts out in the cartoon world with Giselle. And again, got Notes here to help me out. So with Giselle and Robert and Morgan, well, Giselle and Robert get married and they want their happily ever after. But in their world, in their land, know that they can't have their happily ever after in Andalusia. So they move to the real world. They have a couple of they have a daughter. Well, Robert has a daughter, Morgan, and Giselle is her stepmother. But they do have a child of their own. And yeah, so they move into a new house, and there's lots of songs throughout the movie, like any Disney movie should be, I suppose. So they move into this new house, and Giselle always looks at her daughter, obviously as a real daughter, which she is. And Morgan is not a recluse, but does go to make friends by herself, on her own. Because Morgan actually says to her, "You're not my real mother, you're my stepmother," and Giselle gets upset about this, but it's true. So Giselle then wants to make it up for her. Excuse me, and make it up to her, and puts like a thing on at her school to help her make friends, to help Morgan make friends. Like puts it like this stall on and says, "I'll vote for Morgan." Going Morgan's traumatized by this, and he doesn't really want her stepmom to be doing this. Whilst you've got Mavelina Monroe and her helpers, Ruby and Rosaline. Now, Malvina wants to be the queen. She says that she's the queen, or at least Giselle describes her as the queen of the town, and Malvina's really proud, happy of this, and goes, "Yes, yes, I am the queen." And kind of nothing happens without Malvina and her friends knowing about this, so they kind of go and stop the big stall going on. Meanwhile, you've had this well in a well in Giselle and Robert's garden, and magically appear. Out comes Prince Edward and Nancy Nancy Tremaine. They come out, and they're kind of from Andalusia. They've come out and to come and visit Giselle. Edward gives Robert a sword, and Robert has to take that to work, so that's funny. Then a chipmunk that excuse me a chipmunk that lives in Andalusia appears through the well and to come to try and give Giselle a message. And Giselle remembers the one that wishes. So she makes a wish, kind of leaves it, goes to bed, gets up in the morning, and everything's happy, and kind of what happened in Andalusia is happening in the real world. Robert is this, everything's upbeat and everything's happy, and he's this squire, and Morgan is out making friends, and everything's all hunky dory, all happy going on. And on the other side of this, we'll get to more what the film was about, what the movie was about, and my rating of it. But you need to know where to add me, where to follow me, where to do all of that. And there's only one place, and one place only you can do that, and it's right here. Right there, that is the only place that add me, follow me to all of that. So, of course, with Giselle like using the magic, it upsets the balance of the two worlds, the real world and Andalasia. Um, then you have Malavina and her two friends actually turning into evil witches. Malvina's got a mirror on the wall. Now there's consequences with screwing around with magic, and one of those consequences is Giselle is slowly turning into what she doesn't want to be, and what Morgan said she was, an evil stepmother, slowly turning into her, whilst the chipmunk turned into an evil cat, a big fat evil cat. So she's slowly turning into an evil stepmother. Um, which of course she doesn't want. She never wanted this. She then goes to visit Malavina and says, "Oh, where's a person that's so no self-esteem, so inadequate, and feels so inadequate that she keeps asking the mirror, who's the fairest of them all, and who's the brightest and most magical and most powerful of them all." So they're having a war. Meanwhile, Giselle has pushed Morgan into the well, so then Morgan and Edward and Nancy, they've been sent back to Andalasia to save the day. They go to this tree and they find out what's wrong, and they then return to the real world, but not until Malvina and Giselle are at war. They're battling, they're fighting, and once the clock strikes 12, the curse that Giselle has on her stays that way, and she becomes an evil stepmother. Obviously, she doesn't want this, but Malvina does, and Malvina wants to be in control. She wants the ultimate power. Whilst whilst Ruby and Rosaline, they can't just do anything that Malvina says. In comes Robert. Sorry, Nancy returns to the real world along with Morgan, and Nancy and Morgan return to the real world. Robert comes in to save the day with his sword, and he wants to start battling people and cities. Come to save the day. Then Malvina's son Malvina's son and Robert want to stop the big clock, and as soon as it hits 12, the curse that Gisela has on her stays that way. So they've gone to try and stop the cogs from turning. Giselle and then Morgan are they're talking, and Giselle is telling in a story that, well, in a song, that Morgan is indeed a true daughter of Andalasia, and only a true daughter of Andalasia can have the power. So he uses the wand to make a wish, and Giselle is queen. Everything goes back to normal, and there we are, really. Then So then Morgan and Giselle, they're happy. Robert and Giselle live happily ever after. And then you see Giselle go and visit Malvina, Ruby, Rosalie now in the real world, no longer a fantasy world, and they want to get on and they want to be friends. And that's it, really. They all live happily ever after. So a nice, decent family film, like I've said, which I'm going to give 5 stars out of 10. So let's get to some promotion, and then I'm done here. So, as always, P&P, pancakes and power slams on the Wrestling Movers page every single Tuesday in America, every single Wednesday morning here in the UK. Talk to each other, talk about wrestling subjects. This week we're at Triple H. What grade you would give him? They do have their own page, and they're on YouTube, so go and check out both right now. Give them a massive like. Tell them I sent you. It might be just strictly YouTube from now on. Chris Hazers don't need to make it just strictly YouTube. He'll interview wrestlers on the Sportskeeda page. So go and give them a massive like. And this week it was Flip Gordon. So P&P, Pancakes and Power Slams. If you're into your podcasts, 2 here for you. The first one of which is, of course, Dom Cass. The second podcast here is End Time Wrestling Podcast. Certainly, without a doubt, go and check this out. If you're into your feds, several here for you to check out. The first one of which is, of course, TWS Network. The second one for you to check out here is ASPW, so All Star Pro Wrestling Network. And third and finally, REW Radar Extreme Wrestling. Billy does have his own protein teas. You need to go and buy one and show your support. And they are right here in front of your eyes. So, protein teas, Billy Ray Dog. If you're into your promo-based e-feds, as always, 2 for you to check out here. So the first one of which is PPA, so Promo Performance Alliance. Their Facebook right there. Get checking it out. And of course, their Twitter right there. Check that out also. This next one, you'll definitely, without a doubt, and I say each and every time, you're going to want to be a part of it because I am a part of it. And you know you can't go a second without seeing anything that I'm doing. And the place to catch me is DWF Degenerate Wrestling Federation. Pro Wrestling Tees Goldman's all 5 designs. Again, all 5 designs. Add me on Facebook, Ricky J. Pate, and you can indeed become a part of this. It's easy, it is simple. The Battle of Nation Championship WWE AEW Predictions League. Follow me on Twitter, Rick the Rock 30, where you'll see my link tree, Ricky G34. But more importantly than that is my blog, the best damn blog out there. It's one of the greatest of the internet. So you are missing out if you do not check it out. WWE World Wrestling Lines on Facebook, give it a massive like. Those month-long shout-outs, it is easy, it is simple. You simply like and subscribe. Again, like and subscribe for a third time. Make sure you've done it. Like and subscribe. 2 reminders, as always. The first one is right there. And the second one right there. So, Pros and Tees, link tree, like and subscribe. Facebook, WWA, and never to be forgotten ever is Twitter. So, is another movie review done? I'm not done here yet this week because coming your way will be Deadline review. That again, Deadline review on Saturday. And I'll see you guys next week. But for now, it is Ricky Goldman